Hi folks, here we are at the Hershey car show. This is one of the top car shows in the country. This is the AACA Fall National Meet, Eastern National, and we'll do a walk around here and show you some of the cars. It's rainy today, a little muddy, so it's going to be a little bit off, but there's still lots of nice cars to see. Well, here we are over at the beginning with some of the top classic cars here. Nice Packard.
Inspired offshoot. Shelby wheels, pretty unique.
Looks like a little leak coat ornament.
And there's Clement's response from the Roadrunner. You think about trying to create a car like that. Excuse me, I'm being distracted by a Duesenberg here. So,
there's a Duesenberg driving down the road over there. They announce all the cars that are coming in and tell some history on them and stuff. So you'll hear them announcing over what we're saying, but Rolls Royce under there.
And, most of that, of course, is under the hood.
Is it 1929 Rolls Royce?
Which was a major misstep for Ford to step into the world of aerodynamics. This Thunderbird turbo coupe was again a whole new development. It set the stage for example, the Taurus that we saw before. All of that began with this.
Here is a Duesenberg.
And today, it really was stepping in. A big risk.
This one's a 1930.
Again, if you're not a member of AACA, the Hershey region, we urge you, please join. Another example, by the way, of Shelby having a hand in this, that, and everything. But again, if you're not a member, we urge you to join AACA. This is all done volunteer effort. You see what goes on this week. Think about the logistics challenge of trying to make this happen. And everybody walks in the gate for free.
They're all wiping their cars down to be judged. Got all the raindrops on them. There's a Packard. Nice Packard Roadster, 1930.
Model A.
We'll pan around over here. Here comes an early car here. Driving in, you can hear it running. Looks like a high wheeler. Got some early ones there too. There it goes. We'll catch it coming in there. The one to the left of that one is an electric car. We'll check that out in a minute. We heard that. Well, didn't hear it. It was silent, but we saw it driving in.
52-stroke Suzuki, moped, Yamaha.
See, there goes a
It's amazing what the Japanese
35 or 6 Ford pickup running down the road there.
Industry is no Yamaha.
This one's an International Harvester.
He has no problem going through the puddle. With
Cover up the brass lights and stuff so they don't have to keep polishing them.
America's finest car, George N. Pierce Company, Buffalo, New York.
This one's an Anderson, the one they drove in. This is the electric car
We're
here.
fortunate here in the United States. We happen to have 2 Pierce museums. We have a
This
Pierce
one's a
museum
1932 Detroit electric.
We have a Pierce museum in Buffalo, New York.
That looks a lot
Again,
older
it's
than a
America's
1932.
finest car. Almost
That's what it says on there.
Purpose built. And there was no short.
Really nice original condition. Look at the initials on the door there. Here comes another big
Trans
brass
Am,
era
of course,
car.
was a racing series.
Look at this one.
Pontiac competed and knocked off that.
This is a Simplex.
Trans Am model with it.
Oh, that sounds nice.
So here you have a car that was on the cover of Antique Automobile Magazine, exclusive. No other car publication did that.
Nice.
That car was unearthed, put back in rolling order. Q Chrysler.
There's another Duesenberg down the road there. We'll try to catch some of those driving in,
Maxwell,
if possible.
1924. Walter P. Chrysler.
There's an early
again, like Charles
Overland
Nash
car.
was another one who had enough
Open.
of Billy Durant's
That's really
shenanigans
small, that one.
and went out on his own.
1903 runabout, 2-cylinder.
Another interesting snapshot in time.
Here's a
Some of the
1909
colors
Buick.
you'll see from the 70s period, particularly
That's a nice early
on
Buick
Chrysler
there.
products. Again, trying to set themselves apart and do something different. You know, they were like plum crazy, quote unquote.
Buick Model F.
You're not going to see that anywhere else.
Simplex again. You guys gonna find a parking spot. Right-hand drive.
Saab Sonnet. Huh? I doubt it. It's so neat. Why would it be blown really what the name is derived from?
The Pierce Arrow. Notice the polished copper hood.
The name came from
1909.
Coleman. Other of the numerous brands that tried to make a go of it.
This one is an EMF. '08 brass era, also right-hand drive.
Nice Bantam from
Dual spare tires on the side there.
Butler, Pennsylvania.
Oh, thanks for your interest.
So Volkswagen
Very nice.
really Corvette, which a lot of its design.
It's nice and quiet, little roadster. Woman driving it.
Of course, Michigan. Oakland was the premier brand, and Pontiac ended up becoming a companion car too. And it turns out Pontiac survived. And these cars,
It's a Pullman.
I'm sorry.
Wow, look at that.
Hershey was another company that did a lot of aftermarket conversion work. They ended up
Look at this one. Nice little speedster. That one's in Overland. Nice early Overland. Like a 1914. I think the one in front of it was an Overland as well. And we'll go down this line of Packards.
And the idea was to make something smooth, refined.
That's the wire wheels.
It was very tough to
This one is called a
seal
runabout.
from an emissions purpose.
The model 443, 1928, 8-cylinder.
Ultimately did not
Really nice car.
continue with us.
Gotta love the details on these. Notice it's got a rumble seat. There's the steps up into the rumble seat.
Here
Nova
we go
Scotia
with
plate on it.
original car.
This one's out of New Hampshire here.
Category. They're wonderful to see, as they were in the day.
This one looks like a nice original. Notice the
Again,
original
some
seats
more,
and everything. Really
morning
nice,
glory.
well preserved.
Heading into the original HPOF category.
Got your little Chevy driving by there.
Again, you won't see that anywhere but AACA.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Another Chrysler, over the top styling cues. That's a Citroen Dion. Dion was an
This
offshoot
is the other
of
Roadster
the
here.
2CV. 2CV was a car that helped put France back on wheels.
This is the 1930
Very
740.
innovative car. It was supposed to convey a
I have fun watching him drive in. I love to listen to him run
reality
and operate. One of the rules of the show is these have to drive and operate to be judged. So they got to drive them in here. There's no trailer queens dropping them off in the spot. These are running, driving cars. This one's a Stevens Duryea. They're a big, impressive car. Yeah, he's having fun driving that. This one's a nice touring here.
Like the last of the early
This one's in Oakland, a 1914. Notice the different style radiator shroud on that. Also notice the little reflector deals around the headlight bulbs. Never seen those before. Really nice. That one's right-hand drive as well. This one is a Franklin, 1917 Franklin. These are air-cooled. They kind of look like a Renault. Funny front to them, shovel nose. There's a little roadster. Here's a nice Packard coming in there. Wow. Some cars coming in here. I noticed that blue one over there, oh, right about there, that's a water car. Goes in the water. This one's an auto car. Fuel tanker. That's really cool. Yeah, we'll check out that stuff over there in a little bit. Here's a Studebaker. Got a Dodge Power Wagon and a Chrysler coming in there. Well, there's a little Chevy Coupe there. That one's a 1922. This one's in the preservation class. This is a 1923 American. Notice the emblem on the grill there. That's really cool with the eagle. It says American. Nice touring car. Says it's a 6-cylinder.
We have a Vanderbilt Top locomotive on the cover of this issue, current issue.
There's a couple really nice ones here. This one's a Duesenberg. Very valuable car. One next to it here is a big Nash. Looks like a big series Nash. Both really nice. Duesenberg is pretty much the top American car ever built. Really nice car there. Big classic.
16 liters of magnificence.
Duesenbergs can catch into the millions in prices. This one's a 34 Nash Ambassador. That's the biggest series car they made.
Spent 25 years on this project. The vast bulk of components of that car.
Fender skirts on it. Nice body style.
And also the Riker family.
A nice Lincoln just pulled in. It's a V12 Lincoln. They're telling them where to park. A good sounding Cadillac right here. Coupe. Three window coupe body style. I always love the taillights on these. Look at that tail lens. Isn't that wild? That sounds good. This is one of the only shows in the country that you can come to find all these early brass era cars and classics. There's so many of them. They all want to get the top awards. Get the side of her head. Got a 1940 Packard here, a limousine. It's got the V12 engine. A little information on it there. Got the heads all polished. Buick here. leather jacket. Got that one choked up.
So people ask, what happened to Packard? What put Packard out of business? One answer.
It's a Lafayette. Big impressive car.
They weren't competing against Cadillac.
Got a LaSalle here, 1940 LaSalle convertible.
All the purchasing power and the manufacturing capabilities, distribution.
Here's a Packard, 1940 Packard Coupe. Saw this one from a distance. I didn't know what this one was. Let's check it out. Oh, this is a Franklin, a 1933 Franklin. Okay, I didn't recognize that. It's a V12. It's a big, impressive Franklin there. There's that Buick backing into its spot here. That's quite the color combo on that car. There's that Packard. Wow, that's nice. Really nice.
Again, a lot of these cars, Triumphs, they're essentially built on basic sedans or saloon cars.
The classic era, they made the best cars ever built. They, you know, it was during the Depression. They had to make good stuff, and boy, they really did. They overbuilt. Great styling. That's why they're classics. A nice Nash here. This one's an Essex, 1932 Essex Coupe. Looks like a good original Survivor. Original paint and stuff on that one. This is another Essex. This one's a 33. Terraplane. Essex Terraplane. 8-cylinder.
Again, another example of Corvair Ramside. So it's an offshoot of the basic Corvair, but they really were prolific trying to create some new ideas.
This is still early on in the car show. That's why there's a lot of empty spots. People are still pulling in.
Of course,
the rain doesn't seem to stop them. They wait all year for this, so they just do it. Rain or no rain. Here's a 31 Dodge sedan. Two-door Ford Model 8B. Rare and limited. They say that Henry made a Lee, he had a Lizzie, the arrival of the Model A. This one's another Franklin. Looks like they got this rolls uncovered from the plastic. We'll show you a little on that one. It's covered up when we first went by. Notice the wooden running boards.
Don't forget about the wonderful Antique Automobile magazine.
Really nice. Looks like 1929.
A lot of these earlier cars, in fact, drive like trucks, but some of them are very well updated version of the TC.
The little Chrysler, Victoria.
Slightly bigger, trying to get Americans behind the wheel. As we discussed earlier, many a pace car program together with the Indy 500 spawned special editions like this.
The Rolls Royce here looks like they're working on the engine. We saw it driving in, we heard a loud explosion and it backfired, so I don't know what's wrong with it, but they're tinkering with it. This here's a Cadillac V16. This is top of the line for GM.
Studebaker, another
Notice the
company
dual
that had to work
split
really
windshield.
hard to separate itself, create some
Also got a
identity.
divider window for the back here.
South Bend, Indiana.
This is
Studebaker,
a
of
mega
course,
dollar
started
car
as
here.
a wagon builder. What people don't realize is that the big bulk of their success didn't come from wagons, it came from wheelbarrows. One of the brothers, the 5 Studebaker brothers, was out in California during the gold rush and started a wheelbarrow enterprise.
This one's a Rambler,
Jaguars,
early Rambler,
E-types morphed as time went on.
1904.
A little bigger, bulkier, more refined, more of a grand touring car than a sports car. Here's an example of another falsehood.
There's a
If anybody
Rio.
ever tells you that Model Ts, you can have one as long as
Early
it's
Rio.
black, is incorrect. With all your
There's a Model T coming in. Taking a little second look at the electric car here to show you
with a special
all
edition
the batteries into there.
factory, little red express truck. All that
Got
up
it
to
opened
try
up
and
so you
create
can see it a little
something
better. Notice no steering wheel, it's got a tiller. Basically a handle you steer with, sit way in the back and passenger in the front. More batteries in the back. Some fuses in there too. Boy, that Model T catching a little heat there. Catch him in the back of the head there. There we go. Steaming. And no, that's not a Stanley steamer. They just got it too hot. You could smell the antifreeze in there coming in. Some fire trucks coming in there. Get over a little closer to them. They're driving in here.
We have an allowance in the driver participation class, which I urge you to go inspect and check those out.
It's got the whole fire department on there, it looks like.
Tweak things a little bit for perhaps a little more roadworthiness.
Yep, they even have to drive the trucks in to be showed, judged. The Le Mans, Pontiac Le Mans pulling in. Got a Corvette, Chrysler. This is the driveway coming in. You can see the big crowd over there. People all gather around to watch them drive in. It's a real fun experience. Well, wait a second here. We got a couple coming by. Look at the Chrysler with the wood panel on the side. Convertible. They're just streaming right in now. They get, on a good weather day, they'll get about 1,200 cars. The 340 Demon. Corvette. 55 Corvette. Got a Mini coming here.
Really understand and follow American culture. Just following a little more history. See how things change. You can see the effects of the war.
58 Chevy here, convertible.
Significant events.
Go back to some of the ones in the lines here.
Reflected in
Nice 66 Vet here. I hear a Stanley steamer coming. Look at that.
GM's answer to front-wheel drive car.
There's the Stanley steamer.
First, then it went to Cadillac, then the Eldorado. This body over tube chassis. There are various iterations. The PBR comes from the name
Oh, they're towing another one here. Got straps towing the Buick. I guess the steam is better than gas in this situation.
Early Grand Tourer. Some of those
That's
even
funny.
ended up with V8 engines.
You got to steer the wheel. They just go back and forth like the car's going to levitate. What's he, John? 28.
T-Bird.
Another bit of
Lincoln coming in.
Just asked me, yeah, my name is Steve Ross. You've seen I do a lot of writing for the magazine.
Nice early page right there. We'll walk down this road here.
Another peanut premium design.
33 Oldsmobile F33 Coupe.
Fenders.
The Franklin.
It's a pretty unique statement.
Dodge. We've seen a couple of these, so we'll jump up beyond the ones. They're coming in as we're filming, so it's getting a few duplicates, you know. We'll get up here to this one that we saw driving in and give you a good look at it. The guy's getting out of it now.
One of New Jersey's finest, the Mercer. These are called
Willie's Knight, got a sleeve valve engine.
Early cars, of course, the very earliest cars, the antiques. We evolved into what's called the brass era, which is really everything earlier. Those cars were trimmed with brass.
That's a great car, Roadster. Got a young man getting his wife out there. It's Cadillac here. Here's a Buick convertible sedan. That's really nice. The dual side mounts on it. 1940. Packard here and a LaSalle. Some Model A's over there. There's another Packard here. Cadillac. This one we saw driving in earlier while we were standing up front. Nice Auburn Model 851 Supercharged boat tail Roadster. This is one of my favorite all-time cars.
Is that a Cord?
Auburn.
Auburn? It's an Auburn.
Really nice. Notice the boat tail on it.
There's the hubcast.
I mean, that's the ultimate in design right there. Art Deco. It's a 1935. Look at the canoe on the top. Wooden canoe. It's 1935 LaSalle. Here's another LaSalle, a 37. Here's a Lincoln Model K. One's a 1938 V12. Look at the front end on that. Oh, that's a great car too. Look at that. Oh, there's that Stanley steamer. They got done pulling in that Buick. They're going to park themselves. Here comes the Stanley. They're going to find their parking spot now. Got a few motorcycles over here. BMW. A little moped there. Here's a Whizzer. That one's on a Schwinn frame. Another Whizzer there. Amazing that 1980 Suzuki mopeds can be in a car show of this stature. There's a Cushman. Oh, look at all these cars coming in here. The Ford Fairlane, Buick convertible, Model A. Look at that. There's a whole stretch of it there. All kinds of them coming in here. Like Like I say, they get about 1,200 cars here most years. If you want to come see the top of the top, all nicely restored cars. There's no modifieds, no hot rods, no rat rods, all that kind of stuff. Just nicely restored stock cars. And we got a crowd of people around this one. It's another Duesenberg.
First year. Very good cars, all steel body.
This one's kind of a survivor. Older restoration, looks like.
Thomas Flyer, of course. E.R. Thomas Company, Buffalo, New York. Just celebrated the 120th anniversary.
Got the rumble seat.
Father run the
It's hard with the camera. You gotta get around these crowds to try to get the best shot you can at the top cars here, you know. Check out the engine here. Really impressive. 1915 Dodge there. Jump over to some of these other cars on the other side. Oh, I like this. Look at this Chevy panel truck with the bread on it. An old bread bakery truck.
They stood back with a fire hose with undercoating and sprayed it with a fire hose. It's just
That's really cool.
So I'm just going to cover my all in.
well, you don't want to disturb the judges. But
This one's a 36 Chevy.
a lot of volunteer time and effort goes into making this all happen. We thank
Really nice survivor.
all that legwork, invest all that time and effort. Again, AACA, 25 years old or older, bring it on out.
Nice little Mustang here.
Fade out there a little bit.
This is the water car we were talking about.
And again,
This is called an amphicar. And you notice the back end of it, well, the whole bottom, the front's kind of wedge shaped in the back. It can drop right down into the water. And see down there. So you can ride right down into the water from the road, basically. Drive right into a lake, go fishing, right in your car.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Right there tells about it. Nice little Corvette here. There's a Chrysler, 39 Chrysler Royal. Mustang convertible. You've got a GT350 fastback Mustang. Got a Citroen, 1976. BMW and a Mercedes here. We've got a Volvo wagon. This is some of the newer area. Studebaker.
The first one I went
Another
to,
Studebaker there.
but there's no
There's a Buick. Here's an Opel. Kind of a, almost looks like a miniature Corvette. There's a Plymouth, 49 Plymouth. Four-door sedan. We'll jump across here to the other side. It's kind of a mixture of cars. I don't know what category these are in, but there's a little dart swinger. Plum crazy. Purple. Got a white Corvette there. Pan down that side. I want to jump over to the other rows up in the back here, but I just wanted to catch the ones out in the front so you could see everything there is here. Volkswagen Beetle. There's a Pontiac sedan delivery there. Kind of a patina car. I don't know if these are cars that are not getting judged or what they are, but there's a Jeep pickup and a 57 Ford. Pan over to this side. Put a few different ones along here too. There's a Willys Night. I'll show you the sleeve valve engine on this. There it is. That's kind of a nice Survivor condition. There's a Model A pickup, 1930. And there's quite a few. There's a Ford F100 pickup over there and quite a few different things. Trans Am here. We'll jump over to the other area. A couple nice Packards that pulled in here.
They're negotiating right now.
There's another real nice Packard here. There's the donut chaser out there. They're going to back that one in here. Not being judged, they say on that one. And that greenish one there is a Lincoln Model K. Very nice. There's Packards. This one's a 1934. Dual side mounts. This one's another 34. Convertible. There's another Packard. 3-window coupe. It's 1934 as well. Packard 120. Comes out of Winchester, Massachusetts. And we got a few Model A's here, a Roadster and a Woody. This one's from Peterborough, New Hampshire, it says on the door. Next to my hometown. Here's a 1930 coupe.
China.
Sedan there. This one's 1932 Ford Phaeton. Nice color here. Looks like Washington blue, black fenders, pinstripes. Here's the original tools there on display. Very nice car. Looks like we got some import area here. 64 Austin Healey. 67 Austin Healey. Well, here's a Porsche 356B. It's 1961. Try to catch some of the ones on this side. It's getting difficult with the crowds. There's a Ferrari here. 1963 250 GTE. Jaguar. The Renault. Oh boy, this car. I don't know what happened to that one.
Guess it didn't work too well.
Oh, we got the shaft.
This one had a glass drive shaft there. Fiberglass body. Don't know much history on that one. There's another Jaguar. Buick Riata. We couldn't possibly talk about all these, you know, I'm just trying to catch what I figure the more important ones. You can also see the crowds of people walking here now, so it's a battle getting through these people. There's quite a few Austin Healey's and MGs and stuff on this side. Jaguars. Getting a little closer to a couple of them.
My legs are doing. I'm just looking at it and saying, well, what is this?
Okay, popping the hood here on that one.
I'm holding out good at the moment. My fault.
Another Jag. MG. This is a Triumph. This must be British Row here. Another nice 1956 Mercedes 190 SL. Very nice. As you can see, it's just a sea of impressive cars to look at. This is the place to come if you want to see a lot of really cool cars. There's another Porsche Speedster. Got a Chrysler over behind it there. Pan around here, we'll jump over to another aisle. It's not so crowded. Well, here's some 50 stuff over here. 59 Dodge convertible. Got dual carbs. Nice Impala here. 59 Impala. A couple 58 Chevys here, Impalas, hardtop and a convertible. Ooh, look at the caddy. Nice 59 Cadillac.
Wasn't that when they
Convertible. That's a money car right there. Well, over here we got a Nash there and a Hudson, a Chevy. All similar years. Post-war stuff.
Got the luggage.
Look at that Packard fastback there. Nice Chrysler Woody over there. We'll catch that in a minute. We'll do this side here. 57 Dodge here, car. 4-door hardtop looks like. There's a Packard Patrician. Nice Studebaker here. And a DeSoto. That's a nice DeSoto. 57. There's an Olds Holiday. Yeah, that's the DeSoto 2-door hardtop Sportsman. Real nice. There's a Lincoln convertible. Pink. Catch on this side here. This is that nice Chrysler Town and Country. It's a Woody convertible. Like a nice DeSoto. We saw this one driving in, DeSoto convertible. Ford Crestliner 51. There's a Plymouth, 51 Plymouth. Oh, there's a nice Hudson convertible. Twin H power on that. Check out the dual carbs. Really nice. There's an Oldsmobile and a Chrysler. Looks like another Olds here. That's got dual carbs too. Look at that. Olds Rocket. Pretty nice. Chevy convertible there. That's really nice. Oh, and we got a Willys Jeepster there. Black and red one up there is a Nash. Well, over here we got a couple 57 Fords and a Buick there. We got an Olds. Get through the crowd here. No, it's a Pontiac. I knew it was GM, but I was having a hard time seeing it. Here's a Mercury here. It's a Turnpike Cruiser. Look at the unusual roofline on that. Really cool. Got the Turnpike Cruiser engine. Here's a New Yorker convertible. Chrysler. This one's a Cadillac. 57, I think. Yep. Series 62. There's a Packard Baker. It's kind of a Studebaker Packard wagon. Ford Victoria. With the Thunderbird engine in it. There's a 57 Dodge.
So we spent
4-door.
about 2.5 years restoring it, and then
The guy's getting a little interview there.
I thought this would be a pretty good catch. I said if there's any.
There's a Chrysler Imperial. Another Victoria Ford here. Look at the grill guard on that. That's unusual. Accessory. Got a Studebaker there and a couple more Fords in there, the red and white ones. Catch over on this side. Got a nice Cadillac there. A Nash and a Pontiac hardtop, 2-door hardtop over there. Check that one out. That looks pretty nice. That one's a 53 custom Catalina. There's the back end of that Ferrari if you guys wanted to see that. That's the Ferrari there. We got a few over here. We got a blue Buick and a red Studebaker here. I'll show you this Ford here. It's got the glass top. The red one there's another Buick, and there's a Pontiac down there, another Buick. This is a Ford glass top. It's a 54 Crestline. See the glass insert on the top. Unusual car, but it gives a great light inside. Just a really cool design. This one also has the accessory Continental style tire on the back. It's a kind of a dummy spare. There's some 60s cars here. There's a Caddy and a Buick and a Pontiac. Some GM stuff there. Over on this side you get a couple Rivieras there. I always like the Rivieras. They have great style to them. There's two of those. There's a Galaxy 500 convertible. Corvette. There's a Cutlass. This is one of the judges there. They're judging the meat. They're really strict on the judging at these shows. Got to be really authentic, original. Another Impala there. There's another Corvair. Chrysler. The 64 Mercury. Another Impala. Chevy. There's another Cadillac there. Jump over to this side. Got some GM stuff, couple Chevy Novas and stuff like that. Here's the Olds. This is like that one that we had. It's Same car. We sold one of these a while back, and it was a twin to that. Sold it out to Ohio. Needed to be finished up, but a guy had worked on it some, and it was a nice straight car. But that's what you can turn it into. Here's a 1960 Catalina. Jump over here. Another Impala here. White with red trim and stuff on it.
Which side of trees, man?
This has got the big block. Looks like a 348. 1960 Impala. This one's a DeSoto. Look at the cross ram engine there with the long intakes with the big carbs out on the ends there. This one's a 1960 Adventure. That's a really cool car. Got the Polyhead 318 there. This one's a 61 Dodge. Getting some big crowds now. Is the Thunderbird. We get the old 7-liter Ford there. Gets harder to harder as this goes on to get any good video of them. There's a Cadillac. Nice 66 Cadillac convertible. There's a Pontiac Bonneville here. That one's a 66 as well. There's a Dodge Monaco. Catch them on this side. Fury up at the end there, and
Yeah. But they had to die at that time. 5 more years.
more GM 58 Chevy convertible. Couple Pontiacs here. Thunderbird. Here's a nice Pontiac Le Mans.
Pink, I guess. I love that color. I love that color. That's
This Rambler is kind of cool. 66 Rambler. It's a telephone car here. See if we can get a view of the side of it. Bell telephone. See the hat up in the top there. All original. Survivor. And we've got a Olds there and a Lincoln beyond it.
Everything.
That little Anglia going along there. I'm gonna back that into the spot. Strict guy. I like to see it when that guy's driving. Somebody get out in the parking lot, tell him what to do. Go down this row a little bit. Got a Cutlass and a Lincoln. Firebird. We can't name all these because there's just way too many. Here's a Satellite. We're just kind of paying over some of these in here to give you an idea of what there is. Some Monte Carlos there. More of the more modern stuff here. There's a nice hearse holes. Quite a bit of GM stuff around here. Nice big caddy over there. A Lincoln. Firebird. There's another Judge there. Big old caddy there. Well, you can see a sea of 80s and 90s, a bunch of Corvettes and stuff. We'll kind of jump over that stuff and get to some of the older things, or the more interesting things in my eyes. You can see a lot of fins in that picture right there. 55, 6, 7 Chevys. Nice black convertible here. This looks like a Mustang alley. Whole bunch of Mustangs down in there. All different years. They got it pretty well organized. There's another Amphicar there. It's one of the car boats. Drive that right into the water. Jump over here. There's a nice Nash Healy here. Nice 53 Nash Healy. We'll kind of jump through these here. Get into some muscle cars here. The Roadrunner. Super B beyond it. It's a 383 Roadrunner. Gotta love the Mopar muscle. There's a nice Mustang Shelby here. This one's a 68 GT 500 KR fastback. There's a Boss 302 Mustang, 69.
Didn't the 70 have like a scoop on the back here?
All kinds of nice Mustangs here.
I'm blind.
There's a 66 Shelby GT 350. Iconic Mustang there.
Huh?
Black and gold. There's a 427 Ford Galaxy. Jump over to some of these. There's some more Mopar and GM muscle cars over there. Well, we're over in the truck class here. This is a 1936 Divco, an old ice delivery truck. I don't see very many Divcos of that age.
Didn't we see both of these out at Auburn?
This was manufactured by the Hershey company and
This is the old dairy truck.
Motors, and that's what
It's actually the owner telling a story about him there. Got a few Model A pickups.
he came back with these orders, all excited.
There's a little information on this one. 1936 Thorn. It's gas and electric apparently. Ahead of its time. All nicely restored. Here's the Ford wagon we saw in the swap meet. You can see this one in our swap meet video too. This is the Hershey Eastern National AACA meet, and there's a giant swap meet with this as well. So you know, if you like this video, catch the swap meet one as well, and you can see all the cool stuff that's in there too. This is the 46 Ford 1-ton Woody panel wagon. And here's the auto car that we caught driving in. It's an Atlantic fuel tanker. This one here is a Chevrolet popcorn wagon. It's 1929. A little history on it there. This is really cool.
Originally like that?
Well, it's peanuts and popcorn.
Yeah, it was pretty dangerous stuff. Like, you could be on fire and you couldn't tell it. Like white gas, you can't tell, you know you're burning because it hurts, but there's no flame. See, that's another. You can't see it. You know.
In other words, be careful.
Be careful. Well, the bicycle pump, you take that, actually it's the fire pump that came with the truck. That pressurizes the white gas tank. That pushes the gas up into the...
Sounds kind of dangerous. It runs with white gas.
And there's a generator in there.
There's your
There's
valves.
a little cup you fill that with white gas like that. That heats
Look
the
in there.
generator, and now the gas...
That's really
turns
cool.
into vapor.
All nicely restored. That would have been something seeing that come up the street, selling you popcorn or peanuts. There's a Packard truck here. You don't see very many of those around anymore. They still have the trademark shape on the radiator, but it's a heavy cast iron radiator tank. Nice Packard truck. There's a whole row of them down here. This looks like the preservation class, maybe. There's a Studebaker. Guy grabbing the fender, see if it's sturdy. 1914. Not much paint left on it. There's a Volkswagen. Little Model A wrecker here. It's got a Weaver boom on it. I don't think you could tow much with a Model A. In fact, that boom itself is probably an overload. Got a toolbox in the front there. Another Model A coupe. Catch over on this side here. AA truck, and this is a really cool international truck here, early international. Notice how the radiator is up in the cowl, so they get kind of a shovel nose. It's a Survivor. Nice Pontiac here. This is pretty cool here. 39.
Then you got to spend all that money. Anyway, so he...
A lot of old timers talking about the old days here. How things used to be. The Metropolitan. There's a Power Wagon. Nice fire truck.
We were commenting how recycled it looked.
It's a 67 Power Wagon. There's the Hearst Holes. Even got an AMC Concord there. Kind of bumpy ground here, wiggling around. There's a Model T, brass era Model T Touring. It's 1914. Pretty cool. Well, we'll kind of pan around these, and then we'll jump over to the last of the trucks, because we are truck guys. And then we'll end this one. Catch this nice little Pontiac up here. '34 Pontiac. Nice looking car. Straight 8. Love the mascot on these. Packard. It's a great place for car people to get in touch with each other, meet new contacts, talk about cars. Good way to find parts, learn about restoring your car, all that kind of good stuff. Catch this old, it's another international truck up here, I believe. It's running. See if we can get a little video of that. Another Pontiac here. There it is. See there, you can see that radiator fans on the back end of the motor. Runs good. This one here is a true survivor. Original wood and everything on there. 1917 plate on it. Hard rubber tires. Look at the capacity there. Do not overload. International trucks. 2,000 pounds. One thing is they're really low geared, so you could get moving, but you couldn't stop because they didn't have just two-wheel brakes and they weren't very good. Unfortunately, it's fun to watch them running here like that, but when they start them up, they get a giant crowd around them, and it's bad for the cameraman. We try to talk about these cars as much as we can because we see a lot of videos online with just people walking through with music and stuff, and that really doesn't do it for me. I like to hear what the cars are, you know, possibly see them running or things, but if you don't know what they are, it's a lot less interesting in my eyes. This one's a Buick. Really nice Survivor. 26 Buick. Take a little look under the hood here. Nice original. Well, I can spot the Mercury here a mile away. Kind of a Mercury guy as well. This one's a 1940. Tell by the die-cast grille. Kind of a patina coupe. Pretty nice car. Notice the plastic dash is a little warped there over there. That early plastic gets out in the sun and doesn't last. Well, there's a bunch more cars here, and we're going to jump to the back side of them and catch the old trucks. See what this one on the end is here. Maybe we can just loop around the end of this aisle. It's another Model T. Nice brass era T there. That one's 1914. Look at the horsehair coming out of the interior there. There's a 33 Ford. This one we saw sitting in the swap meet the other day, so it'll be in our swap meet video as well. Two-door sedan. This is a Gardner. These are made in St. Louis. This one's a 23. We had a 1920 Gardner at one point. They made some bigger cars later on, but the earlier versions are a little smaller like that.
Over 100 years old, you know, it's just so good. Just the way we found it.
Another Model T, Survivor. Well, you can see there's a whole nother row of vehicles there. All different makes, Chrysler, Ford, Dodge, Volkswagen. All kinds of them along there. We're going to check these trucks here. And then we'll do a little end of this episode and show you these here. This one's a real Survivor. Look at that. It's all pitted. Been out in the weather for a long time. Rusty. But it runs. 1925 white. Notice the grill guard on that. That's cool. Runs good. The hard rubber tires on that. Even got tread in there a little bit. We jump over to this side here. We got some big trucks over here. Some fire trucks. There's a couple Chevy fire trucks there. Sometimes you can find some really nice fire trucks because they got low miles, always kept inside. It's a good way to get good truck cabs and stuff, I know that. the Ward LaFrance. Boy, that would cost an arm and a leg to restore that. Look at all the chrome on there. That's crazy. You really have to have a love for that truck. You'd get way more in it than it's worth. Restoring that. The American LaFrance. Kind of an iconic looking fire truck. That's 1947. There's a Brockway. 1925 Brockway. And here is a 1917 American LaFrance. Really nice. All nickel plated and painted. You can see where the firemen would sit up there on either side. There's some hoses on there. It's even got the hand crank Sterling siren. Really nice. Well, when I say you're liable to see anything here at Hershey, here's a good example of it. It's a Mack, I believe it's a B model Mack cement truck. This one's a diesel. It's 1964. Yep, B Mack. Got the Bulldog on there. The B53. The chain drive on the cement mixer. Here we have a nice international foil drive. I'll jump over here to these military trucks. Looks like some old power wagons. The personnel carrier here, the first one. It's a Dodge command car, I guess. This one's a 43 International. Look at the gun on there. This is in the middle of World War II. They made these. That's really cool. 6-wheel drive. No, 4-wheel drive. This one's got a single rear axle. Really nice truck. There's a Ford and a Studebaker. Ford looks like it's a 35. It's a 42 Studebaker, wartime. Kind of interesting. And the 35 Ford pickup. It's one of my favorite years on a Ford there. There's another car from New Hampshire. Got a antique plate number 300. This is a big Buick. It's a limousine, 1940, limited. Really nice. Look at the body on that. Even got the chauffeur's hat up on the seat. The limited is a big car. Big series. It's even got the trip lights on the front. Dual side mounts, straight 8 engine. Well, we got quite a few old pickup trucks here. I didn't know you were allowed to drive golf carts in here. There's a power wagon, 1948 it says. There's a Chevy Carryall. And no, that's not a Suburban. Plymouth was a Suburban. Chevy was a Carryall. They didn't have the Suburban name until the 70s. They didn't have the rights to it. There's a 48 Ford F3. Got the flathead 6. Everybody thinks they're always flathead V8s, but quite a few of them had the 6-cylinder. It was a good engine too. Here's a 1950 F1. Now that one has a flathead V8 in it. Still in there. That's a pretty typical color for those. A lot of them are painted that color. Nice truck. Here's a 52 F1. Looks like it's got the 5-star cab with all the trim. And that one's got the inline six, but by that year they had the overhead valve. Notice the difference. They also have an interesting carburetor. It's a Holly with a glass bowl. I don't know how many vehicles did that, but it has a glass bowl. I have a 56 Ford pickup that has that, like that. Here's what looks like a 54, or maybe early series 55 Chevy.
Yeah, the trick with those is
Yep, 54. That's the 5-window cab, and it's really nice. We've got one of these that we're working on. It's about the same truck, same color. Also a 5-window cab. Ours is a different year. It's not the 54, it's a 48. So it has a different grille and the two-piece windshields. More like this one. And this is the common Chevy color that seems like 3/4 of them were painted this color. Nice dark green. This one's a 51 with the 5-window cab and the nice cream pinstripe. Really nice. This is what they are all restored. See the radio on the dash. So many of these are patina trucks anymore. You don't see that many restorations. But that is really nice. Here's a Corvair pickup with the side tailgate. Here's another Chevy carryall. This one's a little older, like it's a 47. They're calling it a 47. I guess that would be the last of that series. Because in 47 they go to the advanced design at some point. There's another carryall right here. Today everybody thinks they're called a Suburban, but that wasn't the name back then. That one's a 54. We got another 51 Ford F1 pickup. Ah, here's a Dodge. It's not all Ford and Chevy. There's a Dodge. Nicely restored. Kind of a dark or medium blue. I believe all the Dodges had black rear fenders and running boards. This is how they were. Then the body color was different, but I think you could order extra and have the fenders painted body color, but cost a little more. This one's a 1953. Yeah, that's really nice. Oh, there's a little red Express over there. Bunch more muscle cars. We'll check this one out. Plymouth Superbird. I would say this one's worth looking at, eh? It's a 1970 Superbird. Those are pretty iconic with the big fin on the back and the nose cone.
It just comes out of nowhere.
It's getting very humid here. It was raining when this started, when we were watching them drive in, but now it's getting warmer. It's very humid. The Demon 340, saw that drive in. Charger. Got the shaker hood on that CUDA. It's got the 340 engine and the shaker hood. Pretty cool. There's another 70 CUDA. Well, we're going to end it up over here. We got a few race cars. These are, I guess, I don't know if this is the modified category or just, it looks like just race cars. This is a 33 Ford chassis on it's a Riley Sprint. That's really cool. Oh, how'd you like to be flying along in this Lotus? That would be crazy. Real low to the ground. An old Chevy coupe stock car.
It's a Redbird.
Oh, okay.
Dirt track. I should say dirt track racer probably. There's another little Triumph race car. We got a couple in the trailer coming out of the trailers over here.
This one was raced yesterday. Wasn't that raced yesterday? I remember that.
There you got a Corvette race car and another one. Some of the history on this one here. Some pictures of it, 1957, 8, right along in there. And we'll zoom back over this way. Well, folks, that's about the end of the car show there. This is a very impressive car show, so come and see it. You know, make it a must do. Every October down in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And if you like these kind of videos, like our, give us thumbs up, you know, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and comment on our videos, and we'll do as many of these as we can. But all that internet interaction helps, and helps us do better on YouTube. So that'll end it for there, and we'll catch you on our next trip. Thank you.